Part 1. White Clouds. Wyvern Moon. Field of the Eagle and Lion. From on high, flocks of wyverns roar in chorus and soar the pristine skies, heading south for the winter. Fodlan's children lend their hands to winter preparations by gathering firewood and catching fish from the river's cool waters. Yet all the while, their gazes are turned skyward, drawn to the magnificent sight above.
Our dad tells us that story at the beginning of every month. He
Yeah.
whispers it to us as we're going to sleep.
Dad, great bedtime story, but I'm trying to sleep here. Also, I'm over 20. I don't need to hear these stories.
But you need to know how the children were relaxing and watching the wyverns.
And I need to tell you what part you're on. But it's the same part every time. But you'll learn to appreciate white clouds. On that note, we get more money.
Professor, you already know about the Battle of the Eagle and Lion, correct? I see. In that case, allow me to fill you in. It's a large-scale mock battle between the rival houses that takes place every year.
Its scale is incomparable to the mock battle we fought during the Great Tree Moon. It will take place in the vast Gronder Field. That is in Empire territory to the southeast of Garrick Mach.
Whichever house defeats the most opponents wins. Of course, the professors also fight alongside their respective houses.
Well, usually. Professor Manuela is being prudent. She will not be participating this year. Since his longtime rival will be absent, Professor Hanneman has also declined.
Oh, don't worry about us. You know you want to see the kids in action.
Are you feeling any better, Professor Manuela?
Thanks to all of you. But I'd only be a burden out there. My students don't need to see me collapsed. Well, not on the battlefield anyway.
Correct. We will not be participating. Regardless, do not expect victory to come easily, or at all.
Well put. We've spent the past few months pushing our students to their limits. You can see me in the infirmary after they destroy you.
We have taught our students well. There is no need to hold back. Challenge them with everything you have.
We made Manuela unhappy. We do not care! On that note though, hey everyone, welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses Black Eagle Edition. In the last episode, we fought the Death Knight, and then we found and rescued Flame and another girl. We are just all about saving the girls and sweeping them off their feet, aren't we?
Like Sothis.
How are you doing today, though, lovely?
This monastery is more dangerous than I expected. It's likely that our foes have infiltrated the ranks of the teachers. And there may be others of questionable character about as well. If you ask me, there is something amiss about that old man, Tomas.
Okay, now, I really dislike to start off on a negative note, but this kind of finishes up my thoughts on the previous chapter and my thoughts on it. I feel like narrative, pacing, and just mystery-wise, it's all over the place, because not only regardless of what time of the month you're on, it always treats it as in like it just happened, and not only that, the flower lady also did not spawn in it. That was very weird. However, it did not make anything about Jaritza that subtle, did it?
No.
Yeah, so instead of like having him around the monastery, it would have made it at least given it the illusion that it could be anyone, but oh my god, you know, someone has disappeared, and guess what? So is another person who is not here. How coincidental.
Yeah.
Oh no, it just doesn't sit well with me. And also, by the way, I hope you like fishing, because guess what? We are gonna probably be doing that a lot today. Also dry hemp. I wonder why.
Yeah.
Pardon me. Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Young Monica disappeared last year. I thought she had simply run along home, but it turns out she was kidnapped. I can't believe it. How awful it must have been for the poor thing. They say her personality has completely changed, but at least she seems more cheerful than before. Grateful to be alive, perhaps?
Yeah, sure, let's
Do
go
you
with
have
that.
time for a request?
Well, I guess don't have much of a choice, but this side quest in particular is another special one, because it gives you extra battalions in which you can use. They're not the greatest thing to use, but hey, it's more options which you can have.
Yes. Welcome to the Monastery Fishing Tournament. You look confused. Didn't Seth tell you about it?
He tells me nothing.
Catch whatever fish Flame requests. Show any fish you catch to Flame. I have a favor to ask.
And I would hate to start off on another negative note, but just look at the crowd, the people we have right now. If I am to take Shamir at her words, and I normally do, this entire tournament is just to make Flame happy. We're not training, we're not preparing for what might be ahead. No, it's just to appease this one little child.
I must admit I am quite excited.
I think Seth has a bit of influence in this school.
Yeah.
If you do manage to
Make
catch a fish,
Flame happy
mind
or
bringing it for
die,
me to
but not
see?
too happy, otherwise you'll die.
Yeah, because I think, if I remember right, we got confused by this side quest because we got fish. We tried to give them to Flame, but I think we had to actually give them to the students around, didn't we? To show them, like, we've got a better fish than you.
Yeah, because each one... Let me just go over how this fishing tournament works. You've got no gauge. You've just simply got to go over what each character tells you. They will all say, guess what? I'm going to catch a fish, a big fish. And then each fish has a star rating between 1 to 5. If you get 1 over 4, you're pretty much in the bag to win.
Oh, you're entering too. Then how about a little friendly competition? Let's see who can catch the biggest fish. There's no way I'll lose.
Yeah, there we go. Every character has that. A couple have 2 stars, a couple have 3, a couple have 4s, but if you're able to just get a 5-star fish, you win. That's it. But if you're tied for money thinking, well, I don't want to waste my money on bait, don't worry, the game gives it to you.
I remember us buying a lot of bait just to realize we didn't need to. Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
And I can also distinctly remember us thinking we had to use all 50 of that bait in order for it to count.
Like this was a war of attrition.
Yeah.
And I will say this now. One negative downside about this is that already I think we've won. The fishing competition, yes, but not the side quest for Flame. This can take a while, as any fish, or any time you fish, the fish you catch is randomized. You can get small fish, large fish, but there is one freaking fish in which you need to get in order to make the little girl happy. And hopefully, we'll catch it. Now, I can't say for a fact if you need to get a perfect in order to get this one fish, but it honestly won't shock me if it increased your chances of getting said thing. So we got a 5-star fish there. However, if you're simply going over generic names, guess what?
What a shame. It is not the type I was hoping for.
It doesn't tell you outright. In fact, I don't think the game gives you a description of what you're looking for. Just get me a fish. No, not that fish. Another fish.
I mean, maybe it could be like, because there are times when it says glimmering fish shadow. Maybe that might be what it is.
Maybe, but that is only on specific days. The fishing tournament is kind of a story prompt in which you can get any time. But I don't know, it's just really weird. All I know is the fish you're looking for is pretty much having the same requirements as a golden fish. And again, you don't know when you're going to get it.
I think that might be it.
Please tell me we were lucky.
Because it had its own name.
Please
apart
tell.
from like carp.
Please.
Oh, you caught one!
Oh my god.
Yes! Yes! Yay! This is it! This is the fish I have been pining for! I am so pleased! I shall cook it up immediately.
Oh, thank god it's
Thanks.
over. You get renown, you get a fishing float for a gift. It isn't worth it in the long run. But oh my god, it's over. Now keep in mind, here's a fun thing. You see, we just talked to Raphael, and yet he still has more dialogue.
The fishing tournament's over already? Guess it's time for my personal eating tournament then.
So we didn't need to show him the fish after all?
No. You get nothing for beating these characters in their implied competition with you. They get nothing. All you get is flavor text. Now, I will say this ahead of time. If you talk to the fish guy again, you'll notice the fishing things that you had are now gone. If you want to go on a fishing binge, then I would definitely recommend, once you catch that herring, don't stop until you run out of bait. Thankfully though, we are not in a position in which we need a boatload of fish, but hey, if you want cooking supplies or selling fodder, by all means I guess it's there. But apart from that, you could take pride in knowing that you won the competition without any of your students noticing or caring. Or even existing in our context. Anyway, once again, this is another battle in which we can get another battalion. These side quests are not great, but hey, they're something, and it also gives you a bit of renown as well. So I'd say, why the hell not?
And battalions.
Oh yeah, battalions. But again, though. The better ones you get are the ones you have when you level up before it, and we'll get to those beauties when we do. Speaking of which,
Favor to ask.
I knew there was another love letter one.
he has a charming smile and always puts his family first.
Is it Cyril again?
Nope.
Or Ash. I think it might be Ash if I remember right.
Because he puts his family first. Aw, ain't he sweet? Nope, you're wrong. It's Eloise.
I'm going to catch me some mighty fish. Just you wait and see. But they haven't been biting. What's shouting? Everyone told me I was too loud, so I've been using my quiet voice.
What have you been using for your quiet voice?
I appreciate this.
I appreciate this, but I'm... Actually, you know what? I'm not going to answer that because I am. You'll find that out later on. Alright, girl who's hidden in the corner in shame.
My savior, thank you.
we gave your love letter to the hunky boy.
Also that laugh. Kee-hee.
Kee-hee. I like older men. As in, like, older men. I'm a freak.
Professor.
Professor, I'm just going to be hiding behind your back. Going.
After what Sothis said as well.
I do not trust him. He is a mouth breather. F that guy. Well, anyway, it seems like we have a talk with Mr. Quiet Voice himself.
Hello, Professor. You're really on the move today. A lot to get done, I take it? I'm happy to help. Tell me, is there anything I can do to lighten your load a bit? Oh, surely there must be something. We're practically siblings, after all. I was raised by Gerald just as you were. Huh? Did I not mention that? My parents died when I was small. It was an aimless existence. That night was Gerald. No kidding. Later, I heard that the squire preceding me had died of it. I looked a bit like him and was about the same age. A little nutty, old Gerald, there's no doubt about that. All that was more than 30 years ago. That's right. Well, Gerald hardly seems to have aged. In fact, over drinks he once told me. At any rate, that's Gerald for you. Right. I hope that you understand now. If you're ever in a bind, just... Indeed, but truly, if I can take anything off...
I'll talk to you again if you promise never to say the word holla ever again. Dude, that's not cool. It will never be cool. That's pretty much up there with, "What's up, fellow kids? How is it hanging?"
Oh, hey! I can't believe I dropped it.
You're welcome, you big lummox. Hey, I dropped it. I must have dropped it when I had 20 drumsticks in my gob. I say that because he's big and bulky, possibly a little dense. In the muscle department, I mean. Oh, Mercy Ann Leone.
That looks delicious. This is my absolute...
This is my absolute. This is my everything. If I don't eat this, I'll die. I'm Mercy, by the way.
Why are they having a fishing tournament now? Are they just giving up on the Battle of the Eagle and Lion? You're not condoning this, right? Are you?
No, but I took part. I don't agree with it, but I did it anyway. That makes it alright, right? Right? Don't answer that. All I know is I kicked all their asses and I am the best!
I'm going to...
Of course you are.
What do you say, Adel? Shall we meet up in the library later, too? Oh, hello, Professor! Do you need something? I'm a little busy at the moment. Sorry, Professor. I've got a lot of questions to ask Adel here. Since I couldn't graduate last year, I really want to make sure I can do so this year. Don't worry. I won't participate in any assignments, so as not to take any attention away from the younger students. I look forward to learning from you, Professor.
Definitely.
You know how I mentioned at the very start of this episode that the game is not really subtle?
Yeah.
Here is another element of it. Oh my, that Tomas. Very, very suspicious. A few minutes later, hey Edelgard, wanna meet up in the library and go, oh hello, How are you doing? I'm not planning anything malicious or at all. Kid, I have your lost items and I will never give them back.
Professor,
That wasn't even his.
we're to have a fishing tournament.
Because
Given
he's
the
jealous.
events of the last month, I believe this is just the sort of distraction we need, staff and student alike.
Old man, I have already done this.
Yet I wouldn't say I'm particularly good at it. I believe it best that I stick to quietly fishing by myself.
Well, it's a good thing you weren't there, because I would have roasted you. I'm humble, as you can tell. Hey, yeah, you see that kid who's never fished in his life? I owned you. I consider yourself officially burnt or pulled. You know what? Never mind it. You know what? You know what? Never mind that last one. Are you gonna give her a letter to herself?
This is not.
Dear diary, I like me sometimes.
This is.
I don't think she has any lost items. Because she pretty much stays in one place the entire game.
I hear that you participated in the fishing tournament. I appreciate you taking the time.
How did you hear about that?
I watch from the window. Yes, I'm not creepy. I hate us.
I know, 3 off.
When it's in single digits, oh, it annoys me.
And a couple people want us to know lands as well.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like us going into level C is the tipping point. However, I do know Shamir teaches lands, so we can always go for that one.
Something going on behind the scenes here. I've been commissioned to investigate as well. As I've already mentioned, this month I'm off to the kingdom. You be on your guard, okay? Perhaps I've gotten in your head too much. I won't go dying on you. I've stayed alive this long after all.
I ain't gonna say nothing. Alright, now hopefully people will like us now with that. I still. I statue. I statue. I boy. I good little boy. Oh, God.
I don't know if you've heard, but
I frozen. I stop. I dead.
is a rare crest. And her lengths to which she can advance my research. If only I were able to study her. If only it weren't for Seteth's strict orders. He protects his sister with unusual zeal. Have you ever tried convincing Seteth of anything? I'm not sure I could convince that man the sky is blue, if he hadn't already looked up for himself.
I mean, I've convinced him to like me after I saved Flane. So I've done something.
I always thought I was pretty good, you know? Then I'd go and get stabbed. Oh. But my opponent was the Death Knight, so I figure I did pretty well to only get stabbed. I wonder if it's true that he is actually Yuritsa. Whoever he is, I'm going to make him pay. It turns out that when I get stabbed, I get really mad.
Like anyone would?
I'm not going to let him get the better of me again.
Yay, negated my mistake in the cutscene.
So a net 0. Alright. We can make it up with a tea party. Yeah, I don't feel like with Ingrid now, I don't think we need flying ever again.
I don't think anybody needs faith either.
Yeah, no, I do think someone does. I think. Well, either way. And with that, this is our first instance on getting a hidden talent up. Not only does it Thank you. Not only does it benefit and make you more improved in learning white magic, it also gives you a hidden ability as well. And the one we just picked up, we get stronger magic and we get greater evasion when equipped using it.
I heard you did.
So all in all, it is a benefit to use it. I still again. If I were you, same joke. I hack. I don't know why me caveman now. It just worked that way. I word good. What am the sky? How does eat food? Another quotes.
Come on. Why are they having... Hey, glad I caught you. Could I ask you a favor? I'd really like to join your class.
Yes!
You're the only one who knows how to teach like Captain Gerald. You get what I mean, don't you? Yes! I knew you'd understand. Thanks to you, I'm going to be the best mercenary you've ever seen. Just watch.
You can tell by my girlish scream that I am so happy to get Leonie in this playthrough this quickly. To me, in all honesty, I feel like she is the best person to have from the Golden Eagles. Marianne is a terrific healer, but she is not a defensive tank or a powerhouse. Leonie can be all that and a lot more.
Fishing was a nice change of pace. Professor, I have a request for you.
Yes!
Would you accept me into your class? I'm sure I would learn so much more if I could study with you. Will you give me that chance? I can? Thank you! You won't regret this. I'm going to give it my all.
And this is all new dialogue in which we have because we did not get a chance to recruit Ash and everyone else from the Blue Alliance because they were already part of us.
Ah, Professor, hello. I have a quick question for you. Would you
Oh my God, yes.
3 in a row.
I love this. I love this.
Really?
We're whittling down our enemies for the fight this month.
And to your point, Alice, this is probably one of the best times to recruit because every single person who you do recruit, as you can imagine, it's one less person the other side has against us.
Yes? I'm actually...
Oh, screw you, little lady. You can't do anything that... You can't do what the other cool kids are doing. They are joining the Cool Kids Club. And that Cool Kids Club is called the Black Eagles. God damn it. But yeah, it is such a good idea for you to do this. Screw you, buddy. And here is one other tactic in which you can use. You do have the mission assistant option. Yes, even in a month like this, that can still apply, and you can at least take one person away as a freebie.
Huh? You...
Yep, Faith, there we are.
Okay.
Well, guess what? We have recruited Annette to our cause, and Alice, I will say that is a smart choice because Annette is a powerhouse when it comes to magic. And just going on first impressions from our first playthrough, you want Annette on your side, not the other way around. Annette's no joke, despite her stature.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was lost in thought.
And I was on my own.
It's very kind of you to be concerned.
That's a Fire
but I promise that I'm
Emblem
fine.
joke.
I was just thinking. The Death Knight's true identity. Could it actually be Professor Yuritsa? Oh, Professor!
Yes!
Small request for you. I'd love it if you would add me to your class. I can just tell that studying under you every day would be such a treat. Wow, really? Thank you so much.
We're on a roll today.
We are.
I hope to learn a lot from you.
And with that, I will say it outright, proud, right now, we just got one of the best characters in the game, bar none. At the very least, we got the best healer in the entire freaking game. Mercy was an unstoppable force in our first playthrough of this game. At first, she started off as a great healer, and then after a while, she became unstoppable as an offensive force. So trust me, you want Mercy on your team, because she is amazing.
Since we were little, Ingrid's always gotten this odd look in her eye when someone brings up food.
You know where
Join me for some training.
Ingrid is? She's in her house, you stupid.
It wouldn't surprise me if we need A for sword to get Felix.
It's either that or a bit too slow for her liking. Maybe. So who else have we not recruited yet? I mean, we haven't tried Raphael yet, I think.
I don't think our heavy armor is high enough, but I'll give it a go.
Yeah, sure. There's no harm in trying.
Good to see you, Professor. I was just on my...
No, because you're stupid meathead. Not to sound harsh, that's just who you are.
No, everything down here is covered in blue.
Yep. The blue landslide is growing ever more. And this just at the start of the month.
Professor.
Sorry, Ash. But doing that though, he is at 100% motivation, and that's going to be very, very useful to us. And I will say straight away, not just for this month coming up, but just objectively speaking, it is always a benefit to recruit characters as often as possible, in which we'll find out next episode, in fact, because for the first time, we're on a special mission, not story, not just generic side quests, but something a little more special. But that's next episode. But until then, guys, we have got a lot of people to teach, and we've got a lot of hatred for the golden deer and the blue lines to install into our new recruits. So, that said, thank you very much for watching. If you like this episode, then be sure to like it. If you dislike it, well then you're not in the cool kids club.
Or the Edelgard room.
The Edelgard room is, for now, the cool kids club. But that's only because we are in it. If not, it's just the Edelgard room with Hubert in the corner. But as always, guys, if you enjoy this content and want to subscribe, by all means, the subscribe button is right down there, or up to the left, to the right, to the left, or whatever YouTubes do these days. And we'll see you guys next time for, once again, a very special and personal mission. We'll see you next time.